Welcome, Black. This your host, Concerned Black Citizen. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share this video, and hit that notification bell for all updates. Let's get into it.
Most immigrants do is like immigrants do is flee away from danger. I love the idea of go back to your country because there's this mentality that there's a claim to something. Your entire country is based off of people that fleed. Like that is what people do. They flee. If it ain't working out there and the oppression is way too bad, they flee for better opportunities. Some people want to sit there and fight all day, but other people actually want to raise their children and they don't want to spend their life fighting. Do you get that? Do you understand that? No, you don't? Okay, no problem. So now let's move forward. So as an immigrant, I'm here in this country. What do I want to do? Put my best foot forward. What do my parents want to do? Put their best foot forward and give us the best opportunity they possibly can. Thank you, Lord, for my parents because they did exactly that. But it's my turn as their child to hold the baton. And one thing I always say, my parents did not risk their lives to get to America for me to get involved in some political warfare.
Racism.
My parents did not risk their lives for me to get to
For
America,
me to
sit
fight
here fighting people all day.
racism.
That makes absolutely no
That's
sense.
what
And I
she's
think
saying.
because you guys have never taken that level of a risk, you don't understand that level of responsibility and accountability. That's really the problem here. Because if you really risk your lives to have something, if you really risk your life to get something, you're not willing and ready to throw it away. So now me being where I am here in America, it makes me say to myself, especially as I'm evolving, growing through healing, I'm one of those people that I believe in therapy, I believe in coaching, I believe in
Look, one thing she said that I gotta expound on very quickly. She said that we are not willing to risk our lives, and because we're not willing to risk our lives, risk what we got, we don't know what we have, and if we did, we wouldn't throw it away. That's why we have not fled, idiot. Do you get it? We have not fled because we all are risking our lives for a tether like you to be here just to enjoy the riches and accountability what Black Americans fought for. And that's the only reason why you are able to flee. Because we risked our lives for something that we are not willing to give up. And that's our home country, because we don't flee. I mean, the audacity of this broad right here. I mean, there's more of it. It's more. It's more. It gets bad. And I'm going to let it play.
okay? So now let's back. But one of the things that I found myself being very concerned about is my experience as a Black woman, especially with the last election. When you saw like this idea of like, oh my gosh, if you're Black, you better do this, you better do that. I'm like, hold on, wait. That's what really made me say, I don't like this. Like, why are you telling me I have to do this because I'm Black when it's been already pointed out that I'm Haitian? Why do I now have to submit to this idea of being Black? That makes absolutely no sense to me. And that's what you don't get. A lot of people are challenging that idea and that thought is because of their lived experience. Maybe if you guys listened to what was being said instead of gaslighting people and you made a conscious effort to make sure that different immigrants and different people were having a different experience, maybe they wouldn't feel the way that they do. But when you have a certain experience, I'm sorry, that's what happens, okay?
So what she was really trying to say was she wasn't Black. That's why she said, I don't think you guys understand. I am Haitian. I'm not Black. That's basically what she was saying. And she do not want to identify with our culture, but she want to come over here and get the benefits of what our culture produced. Black Americans. Because let it be known, y'all didn't fight for the right to be here. That's why this presidency and the one before turn y'all around when y'all get here. And if y'all not on court with us, I don't know what y'all gonna do. Because if we don't say nothing, they gonna send y'all ass back home on the boat. So all this, you don't identify with us. You don't want to be known as Black. That shit is short-lived. Real short-lived. Let's get into the rest of it.
Am built into the social construct of being a black woman. I have two children. I have a 6-year-old and I have a 3-year-old boy. Okay? They are black. My ex-husband is a black man. Matter of fact, my ex-husband is an African American man. Not that that matters, but let's talk about it. Okay? Because I saw, especially when it comes to my relationship with my ex-husband, I saw how destructive the culture was in impacting him, impacting his family. These are things that we talked about. These are things that we walked through. And any woman that has ever been in a relationship with a black man that has ever felt safe of expressing himself and how he feels, then you know that that is a topic that comes up. And so much time I spent trying to heal him, friends, different people just I've walked through in life. And I understood, especially for the people that are born here in America and have a lineage that is tied to this land, I understand how much psychological warfare has been done to basically imprison the mind to see and think a certain kind of way. Absolutely brilliant man. But I can say today, the major reason for our
And
divorce
you
is
notice how she said we.
that's
Let's
just
get
the
into some
reality of
red
it.
pill.
Have nothing but
She
love for
said
him, and I
we
know he
had
has
to
nothing but
understand
love
that
for me. But
this
culturally,
goofy
it
hoe
just
broke
wasn't
up
going
a
to work, and we
home,
had to accept that, and we understood that. But
a 2-parent home, because she does not like the culture of Black America. Think about that. She broke up her home and blamed it on Black Americans. Oh, don't let me guess who filed for divorce first. I'm almost sure it was her. Because that's what the stats say. That 95% of women are the ones who file for divorce. And we know she's not part of that 5%. So this goofy broad right here sabotaged her own kids' future because she just do not like Black America. The self-hatred. Oh yeah, there's more. There's more.
is a big deal, especially blackness as an identity. Even right now, there's a lot of Haitian friends I had, especially when we went through that war in the 90s. A lot of us came together. Well, what happened is some people assimilated to that
War.
culture that was around predominantly, especially if you were in a more urban area. And if you come from a more urban area or inner city, which I wasn't deep in the inner city, however, still close enough because back in those times, the school zones still will put you in the same school with certain people. So you might go home and live in a completely different neighborhood, but the buses took many of you guys to the same school, which is why I understand you'll see
You
that
guys,
certain school zones
I
to
keep
protect
hearing that.
themselves. Some people, what they will do is that advocate for their children, they will become very specific about drawing out those territories of what those school zones look like, and they would rather school zone children or bus children 30 minutes away versus the kids that are 5 minutes away. This is a real thing happening right now. I can't come with my cultural identity. I can't come avec créole moi que moi me parler. Peut-être si commencer parler ti créole, moi n'a pas problème avec moi, me comprendre ça. I can't come with all of this in that environment and think to be accepted. That's okay, because I think separation is a part of life. Separation doesn't have to be a negative thing. But what happens is what happens when we're naturally within our own culture and one specific culture says no, you have to identify as black, especially when it comes to elections and all of these different things. I'm in America. The dominant culture in terms of blackness is the Black American culture, which means this is what you're going to get on TV, this is what you're going to get on radio, this is what you're going to get on everything. So unless you have been programmed to really enjoy a different culture, if you
Look, at the end of the day, a lot of this is just tether babble. But what she is really expressing is during the 90s, you know, a lot of people were assimilated directly in Black, predominantly communities. The majority of Haitian people, and I went to school in a different county at the time. I went to school in Broward County, and so I kind of went to school with Haitian people, a lot of immigrants when I was younger. So I didn't really go through a lot of the things that went down in Miami, but I already knew. I knew what was going on in Miami during the 90s. You had a lot of Haitian people coming to this country. The government injected these people right into our communities, regardless if our communities had roads, infrastructure, resources to actually house these people, which we actually didn't. And a lot of Haitian people went into these schools and automatically did not assimilate with black culture. And it and in Miami, specifically Miami, because it was majority immigrants in Broward, so this didn't really happen in Broward, but in Dade County, you did have a lot of fights between so-called Black Americans, right, and Haitians, but I get more into it. A lot of these fights were immigrants like themselves, people who didn't identify with being Haitian, and they actually were Haitian, um, and they actually were amongst crowds of Black Americans too. Uh, you know, doing what average niggas do. They whoop and they jump black people that's not on code. So a lot of these people think that they was getting their ass whooped because they was Haitian, which is further from the truth. These niggas don't even know what a Haitian is, to be honest. So they didn't know what language you spoke. They didn't know where you was from. All they knew that you came to their school and you was wearing church clothes and you was off cold as hell. You a snitch. You were telling people, and you was getting your ass whooped. And that's all. That's all there is about it. And it had nothing to do with a group of black people target you because you was Haitian. No, them niggas couldn't even spell Haitian at the time because nobody knew what a Haitian was. Okay, all they knew is you was black, you came from somewhere else in the world or the country, who knew, and you was off cold as hell, and you got your ass whooped. Because 9 out of 10, you was trying to act like what white people did was right. And in any setting amongst black people that are our own code, excuse me, you would get your ass whooped for assimilating with white people. And that's really what happened. But I get more into that into a later program. This is the last video of this goofy broad speaking.
Financial state that is in a cycle. Okay, there's all types of things going on with that cycle. I understand that as a person, that is not something that I can solve. Okay, I do think that there is a large element of this that just simply needs Jesus, because just people are just not going to let go of their belief system. They're not going to let it go. So God Himself has to come down from heaven, pull it out of you for you to be willing to let it go. Okay, I get that. This is what I'm concerned about as a mother. I'm concerned about the fact that this subculture of blackness is representing blackness. What I'm more concerned about is how the subculture of blackness has become the identity of blackness. I don't like the way blackness is being branded in America. That's what I have
Okay.
a problem with. And you might say, well, who are you to have a problem? Or how can you get involved in it? And you might want to call me an immigrant and all of that. Listen, the day you guys create a box and you make it crystal clear that I'm an immigrant, I will no longer speak on quote unquote black American issues ever.
Well, we don't want you talking on our issues anyway. Nobody called for you. Nobody asked you to comment or put your 2 cents in. And as far as I know, you called yourself an immigrant this whole video. So you created that box for yourself. Nobody said you wasn't invited to the barbecue. We just said you can't cook. That's all. Obviously, y'all coming here and y'all getting benefits that black Americans created. And we not even arguing about that. We delineating because we getting on cold with each other. And y'all mad at that. That soon it's not going to be a black American you can buy or you can sell when we get done with their ass. And you talking about black Americans representing the culture. What about Mona Scott Young? What about World Star when that started by a Haitian? Why do I see in circles where immigrants or tethers are making a lot of money, it's by speaking down or creating this narrative that black Americans are the worst people on the planet? Why do I see that? And why it is always by you guys? And you wonder why we delineating. Because of chicks like you. And she kept saying, you guys, you guys, you guys. And she kept calling herself an immigrant. And on one of those pieces of filth videos, she called herself a Haitian. Opposite of black. Oh, you guys keep calling me black. Don't you know I'm Haitian? Saying that she's not black. But she called her children black because they dad black. See? So really her hate sounds like she mad at her baby daddy. Bitch, you need to get over that. But I'm done giving her the business. And if you like what you hear here, like this video, share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Man, these tethers are talking way too much. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Just like that. And I see you in the next video.